think of words to try to describe this experience, and I think of words like surreal or incredible, but none of them adequately describe it because it was so out of this world. It was as if it was a Hollywood set, that they had these amazing Transformer-like special effects and these creatures that were just didn't belong in the world, that were massive and yet completely gentle and agile and acrobatic. And then you had the lights and the bubbles that created this Hollywood-esque atmosphere as the bubbles came up, and it was very relaxing and very hypnotizing. And then you had the krill and all these other fish that were also attracted by the lights and the krill. These fish came to also feed on the krill, and they got so thick that I could hardly see through them to see the manta rays. But some of the big manta rays finally came up to the surface to start feeding off of our lights. And my battery finally died because I think I went a little out of control in taking videos of the first part. But I collected enough video to at least show you how incredible this experience was. Well, I also wanted to include on the end of this an experience that happened to me in the morning. Again, my associates, I asked them if there was a safe, wonderful place to snorkel, and they told me about this place called the Bay of Solitude that was about a 45-minute drive north. And I woke up early that morning, this same morning that I did this, and decided to head out to this bay just to do a little snorkeling. And I got there at about 7 a.m. and I was looking out over this bay and was wondering, it was kind of a rough edge, and I was wondering where I could go in, and I started heading out to the edge, and this old lady said, "You're going in the wrong place, you have to enter right here." And she was a lady that was sitting there drying, and she came to show me these steps, and she looked out and she said, "Those are dolphins." So she ran back to her car and threw her notepad into her car and grabbed her snorkel and went back out and jumped in and started swimming as I just sat there and watched her. So I thought, well, you know, if she dares do it, I might as well go out and do it with her. And she gave me the confidence. But we swam out, and she went out a lot further than I did. I tried to stay at least within eye shot of the shore, but I got there quite far too. And these dolphins just began to circle us. And it was a pod of about 20 to 30 dolphins, and we counted between 4 and 6 babies. And they will come into this bay to rest, but they would just gently and slowly circle us, and sometimes they would go under us and around us. And as I talked to some of the people, they said that it happens not very often, but every once in a while during the early mornings they'll come in here and just hang out in this bay to rest. So here's the dolphins, and I hope you enjoy this. They were spinner dolphins. It was a pod of about 30. I counted 4 little babies. The mothers, I tried to get pictures of the mothers as the babies would follow them around. But it was really, again, a surreal experience. It was very peaceful as the dolphins would just slowly circle. And they'd go out of sight, and then they would come back in sight. And they were slowly circling this little bay that was a little protected area. So it was really an incredible experience. It was just me and that lady were the first ones out there, and then as I was heading back in, there was probably 10 people waiting in line to get down those steps and get in the water, and probably about another 10 that were out in the water around me. But really, just an amazing, incredible day in Kona, the best snorkeling day of my life, and I hope you enjoyed the video.